Welcome. Here we are on the coast of Maine. Anna Marie, my
Hi.
partner in ministry, and we are here from Grace Healing and looking forward to connect a little bit and talk and discuss a couple things that have been on our hearts lately. I don't know. We've always been ones to wing it and kind of
Yeah.
just see where we're taken as we engage in prayer first. But first of all, I just want to kind of share a little bit with you all. This is where we are right now. We're right on the coast of Maine here. This is where I do my swim every day during the winter. And
It's beautiful out here today.
it is. It certainly is gorgeous out here.
Yeah, it really is. Even being from Arizona, it's nice.
Yes, and Ida Marie's
Cool.
up here from Arizona.
Yeah.
And a little bit different temperature up here.
A little different, but it's still really nice, as you all can see.
Yes.
And we were, God's put this on our heart before I have to head back to present more of who we are in transparency with all of those that are led to a closer relationship in God that's from within. And we just thought, let's just go down and see how God leads us and allow those to enter in and be part of what we're doing today.
Yes. I mean, for those of you that may be new to what Grace Healing is and everything, is people reach out on like a daily basis to receive prayer, receive encouragement, receive support for situations that they're facing in their lives. And one of the things that's been brought to our attention lately by a number of people that receive is they don't really understand much about, first of all, Grace Healing, and also about Ina Marie and myself.
Yes.
But to be totally transparent with you, I find that right now, in this time that we're going through, we have a core teaching that we share regularly within Grace Healing of the importance of seeking God first in all things. And to Ina Marie, I just watch it as a default within her. She just immediately returns in her response, well, let's just return unto God. Let's just seek in God's presence. And I witness with so many people that I serve that that's not the natural response. So sometimes we end up in this place where we just kind of assume that everybody's thinking the same way we are, and it's that easy.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. When that thought is not present within somebody to seek God first, it's not easy for them to think of it.
Yeah.
And so there's sometimes I'm assuming that somebody understands what I'm saying or what I'm led to share through the different meditation calls and teaching calls that we do. But it is important that if you understand that simple key, that every living breath that you receive evidences the reality that God is in you. For life cannot sustain without God's presence near. And that's what's formed me throughout my life, is the recognition that no matter what religion tried to tell me, God was not at some distance, not far, far away, and not just waiting for me to screw up. There is a perfect, loving, pure, and limitless God that is present in every breath we receive. So, why not seek that within me first before I engage in this situation? Or if I find, like, this is a job site that I'm on for my building business, and there's times where tremendous frustration comes up, or subcontractors show up, or you hurt yourself on the job, and it's like you can find yourself caught in the midst of it. And are we developed that practiced awareness to transmute that situation into God, or are we acting through the frustration, the anger, the hostility, the aggression? Can we become the casual observer?
Well, like we were sharing, it just goes back to almost anything. I'm a golf professional, and many viewers know that, but that's a platform for God of Love Forever. And I'll use this as an example, just what you're using with those that you work with, trying to, for Larry and what I know of him, we're a lot alike, and that's why God's brought us together. There are people here upon this earth that, we've may never know an awareness of God's presence, even though He's within them, and walk the earth and have everything going for them. They're doing very well successfully. But I'll tell you what, behind closed doors, there's got to be something within them
That's missing.
that is missing. But that is the amazing thing about God, also, that those of us choosing to seek God first, to me, I am now in Thanksgiving before God to be awake to that, but realize there are many that don't. And why I was bringing golf into it is that there are some that are natural athletes. They just pick a club up and they can do it. Why?
Yeah.
Why can that person do it and you're teaching them the same way? So
Right.
to parallel to what we've been talking about where God is concerned, some are at a different level and God meets them right where that is. And if they choose to walk this earth, which reveals more of the things in which can be released into God's embrace, that we see, there are people that walk the earth and never know God, and there are those that wish to know who God is.
And I don't know about you, but in my experience with that, sometimes through my religious upbringing and stuff, some people looked at it like somehow like there was something wrong with them for not knowing God.
Yeah, and they judgment.
Yeah,
a
and I'm
judgment.
like, that's wrong. I've done nothing to earn the right to know of God's presence within me. It is all by a gift of grace. I have not gone out and done calisthenics every day to learn
Yeah.
and strengthen my spiritual muscles to find the way to touch God's presence. It was just allowed to be.
Yeah, you were.
So I have to look at that and recognize that, if God allowed me to discover his presence within me, and it was given to me by grace through Yeshua, Jesus, for those that you don't know his original name, if it was given to me by grace, how can I judge anybody that doesn't hold the same understanding?
And that's where we sort of fell into that, like, why, I mean, not so much like, why are these people really getting it?
Right. And I've seen that within Christian bodies where they go out and they pray against people or they put people down because they haven't received God in their lives or they haven't received Jesus in their lives. And I just have a real challenge with that. Because
Yeah.
the fact that I've been able to be gifted the opportunity to awake to God within me, to awake to Yeshua's presence blessing me and preceding me and doing these things, that again is a gift.
Yeah.
I can't impose that on somebody else because they don't have it. And as Ina Marie and I grew together in this process for, 15 years or more?
Yeah, or more. It's almost
Yeah.
20 years.
Almost, 20, that's true.
Because the
Yeah.
time has just flown by.
Yeah. But in that, we've had to witness this so many times where we see people in this ground of judgment or this sense of entitlement in the gift they have received. And
Yeah.
that's been a interesting process to reconcile as you watch people assume this righteousness over their grace before God and look at other people like they're somehow damaged, broken, or less because they haven't received the same gift.
Yes.
So Ina and I have both walked this ground and experienced divine grace in this. So what we find, we need to deepen ourselves within holy humility to know what is it that's called of us for those people that have not received that gift. Maybe we're just to be a quiet presence as they share from their heart. Maybe we're just supposed to be counsel for them in a time and a need. And maybe there is no counsel that's present for them and we're just supposed to love them in the state that they're in. But we don't do it in, oh my God, well, they haven't been saved. We recognize that we are there as God's instrument for them.
Yes.
And if their journey continues down that path of not knowing of God, we can still love them, support them, be present with them in every aspect of their lives and being, and not force change on them, but pray in thanksgiving that they will receive everything God intends for them every day. Not what
Yes.
we expect of them, but everything God intends for them. Because every person has a role within this earthly journey,
Yes.
even those that haven't been awakened yet. That's been my view.
Yeah, and it's really interesting to keep it really simple and childlike. Is we've always said just seeking God first. Well, that's always been very easy for me, even from the beginning, as long as I can remember, as you have said for you. And where I wanted to go with that is that why we're here is that this makes us happy.
Exactly.
I enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
I really do, and so does Larry. We're not doing this because we feel a strive that we've got to get the word out, but it's from within of the love to share the love of God.
Yep.
And it does sadden me, and I have to release this often, is that word sadden, because when we, that's part of someone's journey that doesn't want to receive.
Yep.
Almost like I use that same term of, well, drawing a horse to water, you can't make the horse drink.
Exactly.
And it's just on our hearts, as you have shared, brought into this world. We just love what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love doing this. And I have found myself where you get I felt smacked in the face or bruised physically and psychologically, spiritually. But as I've grown in God, to recognize, hey, for whatever reason this person, they're not receiving. I've got to release that, love them where they are, and move on.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean that, because I took a lot of judgment on myself, just like you did in the early years when you were in certain religious settings for ministry, as I was. There were times where I'm doing this wrong, but there's something in my heart saying, something
Keep
different,
keep
doing it. And there was that fit of how God brought us together. And of course, we've done videos of how that occurred. But the bottom line is that we're doing this because it's out of love for God. Just want to share the love of God and the healing grace that He has, and everything you need is within you.
Exactly.
And if this is a vehicle in which that we can express, which we are now in that type of generation, social media, and also more one-on-one is what we'd like to see. But right now, with things going on, this gives us an opportunity to release that love in the way we want to express it in video.
And in that respect, like Anna Marie just said, that it's in you. It's all present within you.
Yes.
But what we want to provide within Grace Healing are tools to help you refine the ability to access God within you. And it's not through a certain religious construct. It's not through you have to do this, you have to do that. We offer people, as you'll see if you go to gracehealing.video or .vid. Yeah, it's .video, gracehealing.video. You'll see there's like 370 episodes for people to delve into. We're working on that to get it more refined so people can find subject matter. If the workplace is out of balance or something, they can find subject matter that they engage into. But this is really to provide people with ways to refine their ability to access God within them. Not to receive the counsel we might have, but to receive the counsel that God would extend them from within themselves. And as we pray with people, I know that Ina Marie experiences this, and I talk about this as well. When we pray with people, we hear within them the prayer that God is revealing for them. Not necessarily what we may offer, but what is God intending for them to receive, not the instruction we are to provide based upon our belief structure. And we feel that it's very important to embrace the truth that God can tend to His children. And if we're going to be an instrument of provision within that, whether it's provision of counsel, provision of teaching, provision of resources, that is what we're called to be here.
Yes.
Not to force them to change, but to help them awaken the reality of their own path with God. And that's where we are within Grace Healing. And between Ina Marie and her beautiful husband, Albert, there's just been incredible, beautiful things unfolding in their lives. And so many people that we've been blessed to work with in Grace Healing.
Yes.
And it's just been awesome. So there's going to be more increase of presence in Western United States, over in Arizona, and setting things
West
up for
Coast.
people. If people want to call for events, we're more than happy to come and share these understandings with people and just really let you know that this is a resource for each and every one of you. And tap into the website on the phone, mobile phone, which is gracehealing.org. And it comes up on your phone. It'll actually put it on your home page, and you can click on the little video or the little dot beside it, and you'll get choice of 139 different videos right on the phone. You get a free download if you want it of the Covenant and Love, the book that was written within Grace Healing.
Yes.
And again, gracehealing.org from your PC or your Mac. Go right there, delve into it, devour the website. People are just finding so much in there within resources because it's a culminative realization of what 30 plus years of
Oh,
these
gosh.
revelations
Yeah.
coming forth, and God just doing amazing stuff for people, healings like you can't imagine. So it's just the opportunity for people to engage a resource to help confirm the things they feel within themselves and refine the way to access that more easily.
Yes.
You know, I heard somebody say the other day that the thing they loved about what they experienced, their times with Grace Healing, with Larry and with Ina Marie and with other people through Grace Healing and the communities of prayer that we do, is they found that they were able to go out the door much easier with a greater sense of breath within themselves. It was easier to breathe, easier to enter the world, and they knew that everything was going to be okay.
Yeah.
And it's just, to me, to walk with that sense of peace in the midst of the chaos that we see unfolding on the earth, to hear these people saying comments like that, and they're able to look upon the situations they face in the world totally differently, that's beautiful. And like
Yes.
you said, what we love to do.
Absolutely, and it's God's word that's within us, the
Yep.
living word that
Yep.
we walk in. And that I can speak from not only experience, but truth in that, because as I was younger, I absolutely loved the word.
Mm-hmm.
Being in the scriptures and finding that we are right in alignment is how Yeshua, Jesus, walked the earth.
Exactly. His original teachings, those that have been kind of sequestered, cut off, or removed from much of the church experience, the religious experience.
Yes.
They don't share a lot of the depth of the power of the prayers that he spoke upon this earth. Amazing stuff. Go to the website, take a look. You might find some things in there that may bless you, and feel free to recommend it to other people. And my number, Ina Marie's number, are both on there. So if you
Yes.
wish to hear Ina Marie in prayer with you to seek your personal needs, or with myself in prayer with you to seek your personal needs, we are here for you. And you can just reach out and we will get back to you either through the email or the text or the phone that you actually call on.
Yes, we'll be doing more videos and giving you more expressions of God's love.
Yes.
And we are here for you 24/7. That's what we love to do, to share the love of God.
Yes.
And we love you.
And blessings on your week. We look forward to connecting with you again soon.
Yes.
Take care.
Bye-bye.